all candidates are getting a total new experience, they're getting more information, they're getting more context about the job, and they can make better decisions. How to attract top-tier talents for your company? First of all, don't you think that the job market needs a serious update? Every job platform, every job post look the same, every social media ad about a job looks the same. It's always something like this: hiring or wanted, and then the candidate or your top talent is looking at a plain text. And when they click on the job post, they always see a bullet point list. And everyone is doing this, like hiring at the top. Then you can see the requirements, what we expect, what we offer. The typical vacancy you see everywhere. And let me tell you, 99.9% of all companies are doing this. And no one is thinking about how to sell a job, because a lot of things are changed in the job market as well. Because of social media, because of the internet, people are spending 6 hours and 55 minutes a day looking at screens. And all what the talents see is the same old bullet point list. We noticed that this doesn't work anymore. Well, we are a marketing agency and we generate leads, and 3-4 years ago, every client was calling us. We need more people, we can't fulfill our orders, we need more people, can you help us? So what we did was we made fancy copy and still sent people to the standard bullet point list. We also posted stuff, we posted a couple of videos, and we thought, well, everyone is doing this, it must be the way to do it. But the response was little to none. And then we noticed we also need more staff for our agency. And then it hit me. What if we don't just publish the job? What if we sell the job and we use the same tactics that we use for our lead generation clients in the recruitment market? So what we did, we started making landing pages. We started creating great content that people wanted to see. We focused on what's in it for them. And then something amazing happened. Our client filled all of his vacancies within 2 weeks. And now our way of working is getting results in 30 different niches in Belgium. And in order to help as many businesses as well as many candidates, because all candidates are getting a total new experience, they're getting more information, they're getting more context about the job, and they can make better decisions. So let's dive into the process and I will show you how we do it. So first of all, we throw away all the bullet points and we create what we like to call in the marketing agency world a landing page. So if you know anything about marketing, then you know sales pages. Well, think about the job post as a sales page, because like I said, you don't want to publish a job in order to attract top-tier talents. You want to sell the job in order to stand out, in order to show the talents the opportunity. So you make a sales page with tools like ClickFunnels or lead pages, and then you create the sales page. And what you do is you put the logo here and you make sure that people can't scroll. So don't show other menu items. Just make a header, make a headline, make a subheadline, and then fill the page with photos, fill the page with features and benefits. And then here you go for a video testimonial, for example. Also a common thing on sales pages, interview people from your staff. Let them explain how great it is to work for you. That way, the future candidate or the talents will get a lot of confidence in your company, and they need the confidence in order to send their resume. Basically, that's the big idea. Work with direct response marketing principles in order to sell the job. And like the great David Ogilvy always told, you cannot lie in advertising, but nobody buys boring. And if I can give you a pro tip, work with a different sales page per profile. That way you can narrow down all the features and benefits about the job, so you can have more people that will apply instead of creating something general that doesn't work. On this sales page, you want to work with a data web. You install the Facebook pixel, you install certain codes that when people click on your page, you can easily retarget them. Of course, they need to accept the cookie policy, but that way you can show several ads. And these ads are tailor-made for that specific profile. So you want to focus on the unique selling points of the job and you want to show them in a certain order. And you can do this with, of course, all the tools that Meta is providing or LinkedIn is providing, TikTok. You can do this with every platform basically. So then you build out a funnel and then you show them ad 1, ad 2, ad 3. You make sure you influence their preference, because if you just post it on a job platform, you don't own that data. So if they click on your job posts and you're not tracking them, or you're working with typical job platforms, you cannot retarget them. So how do you expect that talents see your job opportunity if you just publish a plain text? That doesn't work. And of course, in these steps, we also work with A, direct response marketing, and B, we focus solely on what the candidate wants to see. So think about what's in it for them. Most companies focus on, hey, this is what we want, and don't focus even on the candidate. And that's a problem, because that way you won't stand out and people just will scroll away and all your marketing efforts or your employer branding efforts will be for nothing. Another important thing I want to show you today is the day in the life blog, because people have a lot of questions. They're making a big decision. They're basically saying, okay, now I'm going to invest the next 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for maybe the rest of my life. So it's a big decision. And every candidate has a lot of questions. You will notice this as well as an HR manager or business owner or marketing manager. They have questions. So what is the easiest thing to do? Give answers to these questions. And you can do that perfectly in a day in the life blog posts. Of course, you want to make sure you build in triggers in this as well. Work with statements, work with subtitles, work with great headlines, and of course, give them the right information. Show them at which hour they start working, when they're stopping, also their benefits. Do they get a tablet or a car or whatever? In the blog post, you have the opportunity to show them these things, and they will send it to their spouse, they will send it to their friends in order to check, is this something for me? This creative is of vital importance for your whole funnel. Another thing that we noticed that works great is working with great forms. Lead forms from platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc. And also working with great forms on your job page. Lead forms. The people that are working in marketing know this. It's basically a contact form built in Facebook. So when you show them an ad creative, people click on it, and within the milliseconds, this form opens. You can ask them questions they can fill out on their phones, so you know how qualified they are for the job. When they fill in those questions, the last step they need to fill out is, of course, their email address, phone number, and of course their name. And that is filled out automatically. And that's the beauty of these lead forms. You can get information fast. Also, this is great for the candidate because it's very user-friendly. And I know it's a long video, but it's a whole process. The last step is that we gather all the data within an ATS system or in a Google spreadsheet. So the company gets the spreadsheet or the HR manager, and every piece of information about the candidates that apply, like name, email, telephone number, and of course what they fill out in the form. You want to add the element of performance. You want to optimize every step of the way. You will notice what your investment is per lead on Facebook, your investment per resume you receive on the job site, and also you will notice a couple of things in motivations that the candidate fills out. And that feedback is great for marketeers to optimize these campaigns, because this data is great feedback for optimization. So that way you can still always work on the campaigns in order to optimize for the best talents out there. And that way you can systemize getting new resumes, and that is how you win the war on talent. So let me put it all together and in perspective for you guys. So how to attract top tier talents? Basically, it is making sure that top talents see the opportunity, because talents are always attracted to new opportunities. In order to see those opportunities, you need to work with direct response marketing triggers so that they can see within the first 2-3 seconds what's in it for them. And then when they land on your job page, you want to give them an experience they can see nowhere else. So work with photos, post about your great company culture, post videos on that landing page of coworkers that are explaining how great it is to work there. Work with great forms, and then you need to be able to retarget them. So if you work with a data web, you can retarget these people that were on the page and didn't send in their resume. So this is a great way to follow up with valuable content. When you follow them with valuable content, they will eventually send in their resume. And then you can look at the resume in the ATS system or in the spreadsheet, and then you can optimize the whole process in order to find the better talents out there. And when you do this, you will see, you will stand out as a company, and people will have the preference to work with you and not your competition. So, hope this was valuable. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.